I want what you white hoes get, and I want it today, ASAP, not tomorrow.
But I want to address this simping allegation. Do I simp for black women? Yes. I love black women. I don't like y'all niggas. This is an easy decision to make. Sorry.
Make it stop. Make the hurt stop, please. Like.
Aaron.
will be. Woo! We are back. How's everybody doing? Hit that like button for me, y'all. Got a couple of things to talk about. But damn, this is a high quality free beat. Dirty Folks, you kind of called it, right? Like every now and then the free beat gods really smile on you. We running that one back. Take it from the top, selector. You know what's interesting? When I get to this conversation, there's a question that I want to flesh out. Are the progressive relationship bros also red pill? Because we're gonna hear some interesting things and some rationalizations about things here. And so we're gonna get to that in a minute. But I got a couple of videos that we're gonna review first, man. But we gotta jam out, man. If you got a glass of wine in front of you, you got a spliff of some high quality H2O, you have like a shot of some 12-year-old age spirit, that was the time to enjoy it. Take a shot for black love, y'all. Take a long drag for black love, y'all. Pour out a little liquor for black love, y'all. There's a funeral, but there's a party too. Black love wouldn't want us to be sad right now. Why is the beat muted? I didn't even switch the thing. That's crazy. That is wild, man. StreamYards. I'm going to need StreamYards to cooperate a little bit better here, right? Like, I'm up to date and everything with all my payments. I don't know why y'all tripping on me right now. I'll run this one right back. Let's see if we can get it back. Let's get it back. Let's run a few seconds back. There we go. There it is. There it is. Hey, Trey, you got a song in mind? I might be open to a suggestion or two. I might take a request later on. I wasn't planning on doing a musical stream, but you know what? I will let y'all take shots at me through Cash App. It's perfectly acceptable. From host to creator, I mean from creator to listener, taking a Cash App shot is totally acceptable. Big Time with the $5 super chat. He says, for you to pay your StreamYard layaway plan. I didn't even know StreamYard had like a monthly layaway plan. Can I just pay a little bit and I'll catch up with y'all later? Anyway, shout out to Big Time. Shout out to Big Time. Thank y'all for coming through. Yo, it's been a busy couple of days for me. I've been trying to crank out. Is this 2 streams I got just queued up? Just in the pipe. The barrel is fully loaded. It's greased up. It's oiled down, ready to go. And I've just been so busy. I've basically been up for the last 48 hours. I came home from work, took a nap, and went back to work. And then I came home again and took a nap, and now we're on the mic. It's been a rough couple of days, so it's glad to get back at the game. It's glad to get back at it. I'm glad to be back here with you guys. I'm sorry, I'm speaking all in tongues and shit. Glad to be back here with you guys. But couple of things I wanted to talk about. Oh, we keep getting super chats. You guys are dope. Thank you for that. Shout out to Lasers Go Pew Pew. Hit that like button. Join Lasers. Sending me super chat money. All right. Hit the super chat button.
Give me the money. Give me the money. Oh, well, I will do. Give me the money.
I will do. Okay. I will do. Give me the money. Big Time with the 5 ball. He says the first of the month is a ways off. Here's some internet money. Hey, Big Time, you know, I feel like you got way too much faith in me. This is all for weed and liquor, bro. This is all for weed and liquor. But thank you so much. Just the same, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Weed and liquor, it costs money too.
I need that money.
But shout out to y'all out there. Oh, shoot. I can't even get back into the show. Shout out to the Midwest Request with the $2. He says, good to see the congregation in session. Yes, good to see the congregation. We are back. Thank you so much.
Get it again. Okay, I'm going to say it again. I come in the name of Jesus. Repeat it after me, bitch. I come in the name of Jesus by the power of the Holy Spirit.
But all right. Like I said, we had a couple of videos I did want to get to real quick before we got to the main event. And I don't know. I'm actually waiting on a phone call, a text message or something, because I don't really know what kind of day I have tomorrow. But we might just do a double header. I don't know. I might just stay up for a while and run 2 different shows like I did the other day. I might just do a double header. I don't know. I took a nap. I'm feeling energized. We'll see how long this energy holds up. Maybe I run to the store and get a Red Bull and come back. I don't know. But I got a lot of shit on my mind I want to talk about. But first things first. First thing out the gate, let's talk about your girl Claudia Jordan. Because she, in her own way. Oh, the Venmo is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Thank you for that. It's right at the bottom of the screen. Shout out to the Freedmen's Journal. Appreciate you coming through, bro. Claudia Jordan, she's she goes viral every now and again, and she is in a lot of ways your archetypical. Is that a word? Is it archetypal? Or it's archetypical, right? She's your archetypal modern woman. One of these days I'm gonna get my stuff together, I promise. But she is the archetype of a modern woman in a lot of ways, and it's not always working out well for them. You know, I talked about this before. The other day, I was kind of at work and I tried to do a quick midday stream, but my audio wasn't cooperating and I just wound up canning the whole thing. And I think I said some craziness. I think I said something crazy. It was like a fever dream. I said something retarded, like women's feelings matter. Like, Jesus, I really said that. It's crazy. It's crazy. But the point I was making is I've kind of come to a point of almost empathy for the modern woman. Because, again, the crippled butterfly, you know, you've made choices. You've made choices. And it's hard to watch you flutter around after the choices you've made. But watch, we shall.
And I'm still single. I'm tired, Erica. You found your man. Don't hate. Let me live this. Let me vent. You're off the strip. I am still on it. I'm in the trenches. And
She is in the trenches. She kind of looks like she has on a camo dress right now. It's an ironic thing. She's literally in like some jungle camo. She could have fought the Vietnamese in that outfit. Oh, you can't see it on your phone. It's at the Hood Conservative, Freeman. At the Hood Conservative. I hate that too. I'll be on my phone sometimes. You got to put your glasses on or whatever, bro. You know, we getting old, bro. We getting old. But she could have fought on the Ho Chi Minh Trail with this outfit, bro. The irony.
Lord, welcome back. And I'm still single. I'm tired, Erica. You found your man. Don't hate.
And the other day, were we not just doing a Black Women Are Tired stream? Were we just not talking about the tiredness of the Black women? And this is what I mean. Girl, you know, listen, girls, I see y'all. I see y'all. I want you to know. Tupac cares if don't nobody else care, but that nigga been dead for a long time.
Hey, let me live this. Let me vent. You're off the strip. I am still on it. I'm in the trenches and it sucks. I'm sick of being independent. I fucking hate paying for my fucking Range Rover.
Woo! Woo! The pressure. The pressure. It's hard. It's hard.
My other car, my mortgage insurance, my freaking cell phone, computer, Wi-Fi. I am sick of it. I need some guy with bad health to jump on in.
Why you gotta have bad health though? Why he can't enjoy you for a couple of years if you're gonna be paying all these bills? Why you gotta have bad health? That's crazy. It's diabolical. Even in their desperation, they are diabolical. It's amazing to witness, isn't it?
Good women are dead. Evil bitches, rise up!
You want a nigga to fall, like to slip and die right in the pussy, right? Like the same way old people fall in the shower. You want him to fall right in the pussy and break his hip. And then you just get the cash in, right? You just tell the paramedics, look, he's stuck down there. I don't know what to do.
And interrupt and say, let me take you off your shift. You've been working hard enough. So that's cute what she's doing. I'm not doing that. We are different. I'm tired. I've proven myself.
Proven yourself as what, though? Let's take for granted you have proven yourself. Proven yourself as what? There are a lot of proofs. There are a lot of things you could be. When you say proven yourself, maybe that's why you aren't married. Maybe because you have proven yourself, that's why you haven't been rescued.
And say, let me take you off your shift. You've been working hard enough. So that's cute what she's doing. I'm not doing that. We are different. I'm tired. I've proven myself. And it only impresses other women. She's like, oh, that's amazing. My friend's independent.
And you know what's crazy about a Claudia Jordan? She can be the baddest side chick well into her 60s. Like I could see her side chicking into like AARP life. She can be your AARP side chick. And she's still pretty. She is still fit. She got a nice look, long hair. But she's going to be 65, though, as a side piece, though. Still in the trenches with her camouflage dress, though. There ain't no rest for the wicked, baby. I hope you understand that. There ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. You got bills to pay. You got mouths to feed, and ain't nothing in this world for
Good
free.
women are dead. Evil bitches, rise up!
These men don't care. Come and save me, some chic, minus the dookie. Just please come and save me. I'm tired. I'm tired.
Whoa. You see, that's why you're tired, because you refuse to accept reality and you keep running on the hamster wheel. If you want the chic, you have to take the dookie. Yeah. Those are the rules. All right. That's how it is. They're desert folk. They have an ancient, proud custom. And if you want the chic, you have to take the dookie. The dookie comes with the chic. There is no dookie free chic. Not in your life. That's not in the cards for you.
Oh, that's amazing. My friends are independent. These men don't care. Come and save me, some chic, minus the dookie. Don't care. Come and save me, some chic, minus the dookie.
That's why you can't get you a chic, baby. That's literally why you can't get you a chic. It's the dookie, baby. It's a package deal. You refuse to accept the deal. Just imagine. What if that was the price for you being rescued forever, Claudia? Like there is a chic willing to accept you. But he's like, no. I want one thing. She refused to do this one thing. It's terrible.
Just please come and save me. I'm tired. I'm tired, Erica. I don't want to do it no more. Where's my Melania? I want the Melania Trump plan. I'm sick. I've proven myself. Okay. Since 1988.
At 88.
I'm tired. I was 15 out of paper routes.
1988. She been out there grinding since 1988. Grinding. Now she tired. That's a tired face right there. That's a tired face. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Ain't no rest for the wicked.
Damn, that's a long time.
72 clients. 30-cent tip for some of you bastards in East Providence, Rhode Island on 2nd Street. I remember I gave you papers 7 days a week, and on Sunday you gave me a 30-cent tip. I'm tired. So
She been tired since 1988 when she hit the block. Donovan, her hands are tired too. The longer she stays in the game, the longer her hands get.
I mean,
just keep stretching it out. Look at that. Her hands weren't that long in 1988. She could barely wrap them around the newspaper. Now she can hold like 4 newspapers in one hand.
It worked out for you, but I'm not there.
Being a strong, independent woman since
Overrated.
1988
Since
is a lot,
88.
Claudia.
Being strong and independent since 1988. I feel like that needs to be like stamped and embossed on something. That's like great branding. Black woman, strong and independent since 1988. Could put that on a t-shirt. Wow. That could be like a great 18th birthday gift. Black woman, strong and independent since 2025. That is a great birthday gift for any girl coming of age, right? Get her a strong and independent t-shirt. Just don't even have to wear it. Just hold on to that. You'll understand later.
Since Salt and Pepper came out.
That's a lot.
Yeah, since My Philosophy, since Salt and Pepper came out. She was independent before New Jack City came out. She already had her own crack business and everything before New Jack City came out. You understand the miles on Claudia Jordan? Do you understand the miles on Claudia Jordan? Claudia had her own block before Nino Brown.
Now, of course, we have to thank.
Listen, man, wounded butterflies, miles and miles and miles around, far as the eye can see, bro. Wounded, crippled butterflies. Just out here fluttering, just fluttering off in the breeze, crashing into stuff, getting caught in spider webs, just wounded, crippled butterflies. And shout out to Paul Pierce, man. He's good at this wounded butterfly thing. He's very delicate, very gentle.
Well, like, I want my woman to mommy me.
like, hold on. What's going on with you? This is about you. You just flipped the script on us. We over here.
Reverse Uno.
Man, he showed did.
But it was good. It was insightful.
But no, we need to find out about what's going on with her. She dating, single.
Dating.
What do that entail for a 42-year-old?
I am dating.
Dating,
but single. There's another butterfly.
Single.
Enjoying my life. I have really good companions.
How many?
When you say really good companions, it just gives cougar.
Who you dating right now?
I'm not exclusively committed to anyone. But
I get so lonely.
But I have one guy that I have dated off and on for 5 years.
We got her.
We dated for 5 years off and on.
So you was his work for 5 years? You been his work? You still his work?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I know.
For 5 years, who's been dragging who around? Like, who's been leading who along? Because, you know, Cheyenne Bryant, she loved to get on these podcasts and talk to the men. Oh, you've been a player your whole life, and you men make broken homes, and you don't know what to do with a woman and all. Who has been leading who along? I wonder.
I know what's going on now. I'm about to, we're going to take this sheep clothing off.
I am right. The wolf teeth going out. No, we have
been somebody's work for 5 years.
We have been each other's companion for 5 years. And yeah, I have spent the block for 5 years. And
her booty call lasted longer than most of my relationships. That's crazy.
It's the truth. And he doesn't like it. He's absolutely correct. He feels like I haven't provided.
Oh, he your work.
He your work. Dig in there, Dr. Pierce. Come on, Dr. Pierce. Get in there. You're cutting closer to the bone now. We're starting to see white meat. Come on, cut a little deeper, Dr. Pierce. Let's get to it.
We working together. Okay. We working together.
Working together on a mutual orgasm plan is not a relationship. That is not the type of relationship that you would champion when you're having these one-on-one interviews with all these high-profile black men. You don't sit there and accept these black men when they tell you we're working on an orgasm plan. We have a 1-for-1 orgasm deal that we're working on. You don't accept that from these dudes, but you live in their life though. It's crazy. You're living the life that you criticize the black men for living. Noticing a lot of that going around.
But you keeping them at bay, or is he keeping you at bay?
He wants a relationship. He wants to be committed.
You just like the sex.
No. Oh.
Let's keep it 100.
You just like freedom and orgasm. And you know, the modern woman, the modern progressive woman, because you know that's what modernity is now. That's what they love the most. Freedom and orgasm. If you can work in some orgasm in her commitment free life, all is well. And then here's the beauty of it. They can always blame the men for never wanting to settle down.
How you keep somebody for 5 years? That's like for real. You can't keep nobody at a distance for 5 years. I ain't never done no shit like that.
I am not vitamin D deficient.
No,
so
no,
everything is good in that department.
No.
She gets the D.
He wants a relationship.
She done kept him on the side until she figured out if it's something better. I see where this is going.
He just has some emotional maturity that he had to do. We're 9 years apart. He's 9 years younger than me.
She is leading this man on. Leading this man on. I feel like there was a song about this type of thing. This is Maggie. This is Maggie May from Rod Stewart. Wake up, Maggie. I think I got something to say to you. Like, this nigga is in. He done wasted the best years of his life dicking you down. And you've been loving it.
And so we both had to work through things, but he's had to work on his emotions and his intense insecurities around being in a relationship.
And you've been waiting.
Yeah, because why you take the dick, but you won't take my love? That's crazy. That's crazy. How is my dick worth more than my love? I never imagined the day.
On it. Like what's the problem? Why y'all not together?
Just because of that,
So you waiting on that?
No, I'm not waiting on it, and I don't have him waiting.
So the D is good.
Look, she got a young dick in a jar. She doesn't need anything in life. She's successful. She done got all the degrees on the wall. She lives in the nice places. She visits the beautiful places. You know what I mean? She goes to Saint-Tropez. She goes to St. Bart's, all the places, right? And now, dick in a jar. That's all she really needs of life. Being dick zoned. Being dick zoned. Hey, and Dirty. It's still up in the air as to who is leading who on, right? But for Dr. Bryant to give out the type of relationship criticism that she gives out, and you are literally the niggas you criticize. You are Cam Newton. All you need is a funny hat on your big forehead. That you got to start wearing Cam Newton hats now. You got to start wearing those flagrant type of hats that Cam Newton wear. You are Cam Newton. You just didn't have the babies yet. Because we can't get our kids sucked out of us like that. It doesn't work the way we want it to.
Oh,
let's keep it. I mean, it's like, dude,
he put on his red pajamas and feel like he's supposed to get spicy tonight.
This is clear.
Oh my God!
I know her. She's from Long Beach. Don't try to come with the.
She from LBC. We know how you give it up. I know all the girls who are just like you. They ain't got no money.
Suit jacket, boots. She still and the glow.
You know what I mean?
You still from Long Beach. I'm from Inglewood. I can see that.
I am from San Pedro, a small community in the city of Los Angeles.
I
Okay,
can see through all of that.
Yes, he has great qualities. He does well in all that he does with me. He just emotionally
That ain't what I asked you. I asked you about his job and all that.
He does well in all areas.
What's
Okay, she
going on?
answered that. He
No,
does
she
well in
did.
all areas.
That's all she needs. That's all she needs. And in reality, what if that's all we are? To them. Because once she has all of her other needs met, all she needs is some emotional upkeep and some pipe cleaning. And that's all you're here for, right? Emotional upkeep and pipe cleaning. Because she really can't do those things for herself. There's no welfare program to keep her pipes clean.
Emotionally,
I don't know. That's a broad question. What all
Paul,
areas?
you're
what?
a man, so you answer this question.
I answer.
Emotionally, he goes back and forth from I love you, I want to be with you, I'm mad because you won't be with me, you won't commit to me. And then his insecurities get the best of him. And it's like, I want you, but I'm not sure if I deserve you. I'm not sure that I can facilitate you. I'm not sure that I can be with you. So when
you making him insecure, you are literally keeping the coochie. It's like Schrodinger's coochie. It's only yours while you're in it. That's and you know what? That is really the reality of the modern relationship, right? Every coochie is Schrodinger's coochie. It's yours, but it's not yours at the same time, right? It's only yours while you're in it.
say emotionally instability, it's like him wanting to be with me is concrete. That's not unstable. His emotions in the relationship are just unstable to where as a man, you gotta get vertical within yourself before you can be in a relationship.
Doc, you good with these words.
Right? What does that even? You got to get vertical within yourself. Do I need a ladder in my soul? What do you mean? I got to get vertical within myself. Listen, man, we got to stop teaching these chicks all these words, bro. Because girls just like to use words. They don't necessarily need them to have an accurate meaning. Shout out to TFM. Years ago, when TFM used to do real content, now he just like sells sex toys on YouTube, but TFM, he came up with this idea. Words are magic spells, right? And what that means is, like, if you think about, like, in a movie, when somebody uses magic, it's, alakazam, hocus pocus, right? And so these are just, made up stupid words, but the words are designed to craft a reality for you, right? That's literally what a magic word is. You say the word and you can alter reality. That's how women use words, right? The fact that vertical has a particular meaning in and of itself means nothing to her. When she says the word vertical in this context, it means whatever the hell she wants it to mean. And this is where the magic happens. By talking to her, by listening and believing her, she now gets to wave her magic. She gets to, cast her magic spell on you. And so whatever vertical means in her mind, it now means that in your mind. Yeah. And that's how you get girl-brained.
Emotional damage. You want some therapy?
Don't get girl-brained.
I am.
You good with these words.
Listen,
because
but
you
let me say
all
this.
These people advice.
Let me say this, Paul.
He
he has every right to feel like what I've been doing as far as being in a relationship with him when I want to and is not something that gives him stability.
Right. It is Schrodinger's coochie. It belonged to him, but it don't belong to him. She got that wave particle coochie. Sometimes it's a particle, sometimes it's a wave, sometimes it's here, sometimes it's there, sometimes he in it, sometimes this other nigga in it. It's just all over the place. You never know with this coochie.
However, I don't want to commit to a relationship with a man who I feel emotionally is not in a place of being able to be in a healthy relationship.
So why are you messing with him? Why are you playing mental games with him?
I'm not.
Why are you playing mental games with him? 11 years out of my life.
Not playing mental
That's
games with
mental
him.
game.
It's not mental games.
Why
It's
you
all
still-
transparency.
Why is it still sex involved?
How do you
Why
know
is
we
it-
sexing? We could just be having a
Cause are you from Long?
She literally said she gets the vitamin D. What do you mean that now it's how do you know we? You see what I mean? You see what I mean? This is literally, I know this sounds like a weird segue, but stuff like that is literally why chicks get punched in the face, bro. I'm not saying it's right, but I've seen it happen all the time. Like, why would you even say that? Like, after you said all that to me, why would you now say that? After you done told me that your entire reason for being around this dude is vitamin D. Oh, why would you assume that we sexing? Shut the fuck up with this stupid shit. God damn, what are we doing?
Oh, Beach, I know.
Oh my God.
You can't play me.
We
I'm
could
from
not be doing
the
the
wood.
do.
I know what's going on.
But let me say this: it is transparent. He understands. I understand. I understand what he wants. He understands.
Yeah, I know, right? Don't respond emotionally to her. And her intentional chaos is designed to provoke an emotional response, right? That is literally the plan. That is literally the plan. I will say the most chaotic, provocative shit because I just know victory.
Why I don't want to commit at this moment with him, which is the emotional piece that him and I talk about openly. I support him in it. I hold space for him in it.
What is that? I hold space for him in it. You're holding space for other niggas in your coochie, though, right? I don't care what metaphysical space you're holding for him, right? You are literally holding space for other niggas in the coochie. That's the space that count. I don't know about the other space you're holding. What about all that attic space you got there in the coochie? You just got that marked off for another nigga, right? Just in case you feel like it. It's craziness, man. It's an evil world we live in. Midwest request with the 5 ball. The sovereign determines the exceptions to the rule. I like that. I like sovereign as a title. Because God and queen, sovereign kind of encapsulates both God and queen in one, you know?
But if man had to find out that his God was a woman,
I say the black woman is God, and
black woman is God.
I say the black woman is God.
The black woman is God because, you know, she was the first organism on this planet.
Shout out to the sovereigns out there. Getting y'all hoes edified tonight. Y'all don't even know what a sovereign is. She lays and then gaslights. Is that high functioning behavior, as she likes to say? Shout out to True Hype with the 5 ball. She lays and gaslights. Is that high functioning behavior, as she likes to say? I don't even know what a high functioning thought is anymore. Like what are we even doing? I don't know what anything is anymore. I don't understand. These chicks just be out here wild and free in their late 40s. Well, she's in her early to mid 40s now, like 42. I guess it's early 40s still. She's at the end of early 40s. Next year is mid 40s for sure. And she's trying to get pregnant, by the way. In this interview, she started out this interview talking about how she took her IUD out. Now she ready to get skeeted in. Now that she's approaching mid 40s, she wants a genetic struggle baby. You understand? Having a mid 40s baby for a woman is effectively a struggle baby. Like at 40 years old, your female body is struggling to have the baby. I don't even mean struggle baby like on some financial, like, no. Your body is struggling to reproduce at 40 years old. And so now, after all these years of being wild and free, now I've decided I want to make a struggle baby.
Good women are dead. Evil bitches, rise up!
Trey, get out of there, bro. That's real mean. That's real mean. Autism has been on the rise as women have put childbirth back. As women have been delaying childbirth, autism is on the rise. I'm not saying it's correlated. I'm just saying it is.
He's, you know, we've talked about intensively, and he understands it. And he's
come here.
That's what,
Sit. All right, let him off the leash. Go ahead.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh,
Come
shit.
here.
Well, you
Sit.
know what?
Damn, she got dick on a leash. Isn't that every black woman's ultimate relationship plan, though? Dick on a leash. That's the black pill for a lot of men, especially if you were sort of genuine. You haven't been mugged by reality yet. You just realize you loved her, but you're just a dick on a leash. It's cold. It's cold.
If that's what I'm doing, I'll say this, and people gonna be mad. And I'm okay. If I'm doing what Paul said, I'd much rather be the one walking you at the dog park than the one on the leash.
She'd much rather be the one walking you at the dog park than the one on a leash. Lasers, don't blame me. I was given this world. I didn't make it. That is a bleak vision. All right. I didn't make these women the way they are. You adopted this darkness. I was born into it.
What I'm doing, I'll say this, and people gonna be mad. And I'm okay. If I'm doing what Paul said, I'd much rather be the one walking you at the dog park than the one on the leash.
Avoid the leash, my friends. Avoid the leash. Stay unleashed, my friends. Stay unleashed. Woo! Now that we've gotten through that nasty business, man, we're just short of an hour. Making good time. We got to talk about the progressive relationship bros. I'm not sure where to go, how to frame this conversation. And you know what? It does seem like the progressive relationship bros, they kind of struggle with this reality, David, leash or be leashed. And as a man, I realize in the modern world, this is the thing about the dominance issue within relationships. Like, the male is the traditionally dominant party in a relationship. Every now and then you'll have it'll be inverted, and it maybe still works that way. But generally, it's going to be the male who's the dominant party. But the reality is there is no pure equality. Somebody has to be the dominant figure. Every relationship works out that way. And so, and in the progressive relationship realm, the progressive podcast bros, they're having a conversation about protecting and providing, but they title it "The Invisible Toll of Patriarchal Femininity." So right away they frame it as something negative, because patriarchal is always a negative buzzword for these guys. And so patriarchal femininity is the problem. But here's the thing, and maybe this is what we're realizing in the modern world. Patriarchy creates what we call femininity. Without patriarchy, they are literally savages, and they will put you on a leash.
Good women are dead. Evil bitches, rise up!
All right, do me a favor, get them likes up, share the video, tell somebody you love that we're on live right now, and throw $1 in the hat.
Give me the money for all that I would do. Give me the money.
The providership thing and the expensiveness of dating, because you brought it as a pervasive concern. I always wonder what to do there, because it is real shit.
Yeah, I'm still honestly wrestling with that.
My thinking is something like, I think that men need to decentralize women and just being like, hey, here's what I can and can't do, and if that don't work, cool.
Decentralized woman, it almost sounds like a red pill, men going their own way type of thing, What do you mean by decentralized women?
Keep pushing. But that's also kind of unrealistic in certain situations, depending on where you're, you know what I mean?
Josh, feel free to tell me if I'm completely off base.
And to be fair, decentralized women doesn't work if you're actually attempting to have a relationship, you know, whatever that really is. But if you're actually trying to do that traditional normal thing that men and women do, which is pair bond and pair off together, I don't know how you decentralize a woman when you're trying to actually build a family with a woman. I've literally tried to do that. Shit don't work. She didn't like being decentralized. It's weird, I know, right?
But looking from the outside at Josh as a person, I think that you are a very kind and caring person. So I think that on some level, when you are like trying to get to know somebody that you're even just cool with, but certainly people that you care for, it seems like I get the sense that the provider narrative is not necessarily all misogyny internalized for you, that it's somewhat like how you show that you just care for a person, like you want to be there for that person to do that. So I think that adds a level of complexity for you that it doesn't for.
And I think that was Freedman's Journal. Shout out to Freedman's Journal with the $5 Venmo donation for destroying feminism. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate the getting tongue tied. Appreciate the support. Hit that like button. Don't mind the vagrants popping up in the chat. All is well. You're safe here.
But Black power starts with Black women. It just does.
Shout out to Freedman's Journal. We are destroying feminism one live stream at a time.
I mean, for sure. There's definitely a disconnect in how we, think about it. Or I guess I approach that, because for sure, like I am a very caring person, because like I want to be able, because like providing for me isn't just financial, it's emotional, it's time spent, it's all these other things that don't have nothing to do with financial. Like those are the ways that I also can.
What does that mean then? Now you're being too vague. So like you provide, but it's not money. So what are you providing? Really lost here. Really, really lost here. I am not sure where we're supposed to go with that.
Provide, have value in one's life with. And maybe like this is like the internalized patriarchal part, but as far as like the expectation, especially like when you have like real life experiences from the women that we date and have community with, and like hearing their expectations of, I want to provide her, like, but a lot of the times they do.
That's not imagined. That's not imagined.
That's not imagined. Like this is not some internet like I need to touch grass type shit. Like no, it's real. Of course, not all women are like that, and I do not want to use this as a talking point with some red pill.
Now, Freeman's Journal, Freezone Lou says men provide direction, structure, and stability. Can a man with no money provide direction, structure, and stability? Since we're not providing money, can men provide direction, structure, and stability? Dirty says, I can't give her time and money. All I have is two tacos in 2 hours. All I have is 2 hours and 2 tacos. I can't give you both.
And like hearing their expectations of, I want to provide her, like, but a lot of the times they do.
That's
need
not
financial.
imagined. That's not imagined.
It's not imagined. Like this is not some internet, like, I need it.
Yeah, no matter how progressive the women become, they still say they need a man who's a provider. And that's kind of what makes the modern woman full of shit, though, right? Like, what is the point of you having your own money? Like, I literally stopped a guy from getting a job so you can have a job, and now you want me to spend my money on you, but you have the job that I stopped this other guy from getting. I could have let the other guy get a job, and now you'd have been forced to live with him, and he would have had to give you his money. But no, we didn't do that. And now you got your own money, but you want mines too.
You touch grass type shit. Like, no, it's real. Of course, not all women are like that, and I do not want to use this as a talking point with some red pill bullshit for niggas to hop in the chat with.
We're already here, bro. The fact that you said that, I think because you said red pill bullshit, You somehow wound up in my algorithm. Because you literally said red pill bullshit, you wound up in my algorithm, and now we're here. I'm blaming you. You should have never said that. The universe would have let me ignore you, but now we can't.
Like, this is not some internet, like, you know, I need to touch grass type shit. Like, no, it's real. Of course, not all women are like that, and I do not want to use this as a talking point with some red pill bullshit for niggas to hop in the chat with.
They're gonna use it.
You know what I'm saying? But
just let it rock.
Yeah, but and that's the thing, because like that's why it's so tough to have these conversations as like for legit, like sane men, because it has been used so negatively in the past. It was like, no, we're dealing with.
Oh, they're the good guys. They're the legit sane guys, right? With their domesticated faces, they got the smooth brow. Freeman's Journal, you're on to something, man. These niggas got that smooth brow, like they never frowned ever in their life. Every day was just smiles and giggles.
Just real life economic shit where like you can make fine money and be able to take care of yourself just fine, have nice shit just fine. But you know, when it comes to like you trying to do something on we'll just say a 70K income, like for two people, completely providing financially for a whole other person.
I think the progressive bros are realizing that it's hard to feel like a man in a 50-50 relationship with a modern woman because they still want a man to buy them things.
A family paying all the bills, it's not realistic. And just having that thought that someone is like looking at me like that, I don't like that at all. Like my goal, like I would say, is not to, I don't want to be like someone's like father, like, you know, or just like caretaker, you know what I'm saying? Like in that.
But you're supposed to be something like her father. Like that's literally why fathers gave their daughters away. That's exactly what the tradition was about. Fathers gave their daughters away. And then if we really want to be explicit with it, when they're feeling freaky, when they're feeling kinky, when they're feeling naughty, they call you daddy. They do. And you know what? They don't like to acknowledge the depth of it all. But what they're looking for is something like a father figure. Now, because a lot of these girls are scarred and emotionally retarded, they can't really handle the realities of it all. But ultimately, it is something akin to that. That's why the father literally passed her off. And it was a symbolic thing. She went from one man's hand to another man's hand. And the point of that was there is no other men in this pipeline. I'm handing her to you directly so that you know I haven't allowed another man to touch her. And now that she's yours, it's your job to prevent another man from touching her, right? It was a very heavily symbolic gesture. And niggas don't know what it was about nowadays because, you know, smooth brows and shit.
That position, because like you basically
You
like
want a partner.
me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I always say. I want a partner, somebody who I can move with life with, financially, like emotionally, like somebody that I can grow with, because we change. But I would like for.
He want a partner. They can't be our partners in the way, like like partners in a law firm. We're gonna go 50-50 on a business. Partner is not the right word. And partner, yeah, thank you, David. Partner was introduced by the gay community. It's an inclusive word. I don't like to use the term partner. I don't want a partner. I want a cooperative woman who looks good. Dick Thug with the $5 super chat. He says, it's a ploy to store savings and make an exit plan out of the relationship. That's really what a lot of women use money for. Ultimately, that's what men have learned. That's why the pimps don't let the hoes keep the money. Because women see money as freedom from men. And men have been very slow to understand that reality and what that actually means for us as a civilization. can we maintain a civilization if women are economically independent from their men?
Let's be able to change in like the similar direction. Like, how can we like come together, like make this thing new, like at every iteration of our life and relationship? That's what I'm really looking for. And I don't think a lot of people have that mindset. It's very, I think it's kind of like a short term, like check off.
Freezon says that when a man wants a woman to cook, clean, and take care of his kids, is he looking for a replacement for his mother? You know, when we were playing that that Cheyenne Bryant clip, that came up during her conversation with Paul Pierce, how dudes out here looking for a mother. And Pierce gave her a good pushback because he said, like, the first love that you ever know is from your mom. And then as a man, as men growing up and living through life, if you had a good mom, that's the purest love you could ever get from a woman, is the way your mom loved you, if you had a good mom, right? And so there is a desire to kind of reacquire that as a man. Like, you can't recreate that because you're not a child looking for a mom in that same way, but you want that motherly energy in your home. And so in a lot of ways, dudes are looking for a mother, but not in the way that women are trying to make it weird. Like, as a man, the home is a better place if a good mother is there. And I won't be shamed for looking for that kind of energy. And I also want you to do nasty things to me when the kids go to sleep. All right? I'm complicated like that.
You know, they have all these external things going on, or I want to get married, you know, man or woman. And it's just, they treat it like that's a destination when it's really just a milestone. And
it don't really matter who it is or what the connection is.
You know, it kind of matters, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I get the idea. The thing that I was going in the direction of was just tying something that Alvin said, because I do think that you're like a nicer person than like me or Alvin, for instance, on this podcast.
I've never in my entire life had any of my male friends describe me as a nice person. I feel like if a dude called me a nice person, I'm going to get immediately offended and a little bit aggressive. Like, fuck you mean I'm a nice person? You want to take me shopping next, like Diddy or something? Fuck you mean I'm a nice person? Don't be calling me no nice person, nigga. What type of word? What type of compliment is that? This is not how men talk to each other. You're a really nice person. I've never heard that from a guy. And then frankly, as a guy, you only hear that from girls who are not trying to get you no pussy. No girl who ever sucked your dick has called you a nice person, I promise you.
And I feel like that's part of the equation. But I would imagine when you're going out into dating, it would be about, the thing that sticks out to me is, do you find it, or I put it on you specifically, I would think that that the goal would be to look for a person that is less likely to take advantage of a nice person. So a person who's like, oh no, I don't want you to provide for me, like a person who actively is like, no, I want to, like, I'm, because I think it's very easy, especially.
So bro in the bucket hat, he wants to be a provider, or he has the provider urge, but he's afraid of being hurt. Like, can you be a provider in a progressive relationship, or is that too much patriarchy? Because provision comes with responsibilities now. Like, if I'm paying all the bills here, I need you to not talk to me until I tell you to. Like, yeah, when I come in the door, give me like 45 minutes, and then, you know, you can say words to me. Because I pay for all the bills. Like, I do everything. And so that's the one thing I ask for, among other things. But that's one kind of special request, is when I walk in the door, don't talk to me right away. I need a moment. Because, you know, provision comes with responsibilities. I might ask you to do something.
To rest on societal expectations or role expectations and be like, oh, no, I never asked you to do that. I just let you do it, and act like that's not participating in it. So I'm thinking, do you feel like, I think that there are, I think, at least in my experience, there's a lot of women who are like, cool, I'm here for that. So if you try and do that patriarchal provider stuff because you're being kind or being nice, I'm gonna stop you, because I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for anyway. So I'm like, no, I like, not the fake go for the purse.
I haven't experienced that conversation.
Yeah, you haven't dated a woman who didn't want you to buy her stuff. I promise you, between the four of you, the amount of women you've dated who never wanted you to buy her things is negative. That is a universal reality with the female organism. They want you to buy them things. Always been that way. Hell, back in the day, you could buy your girl a whole other girl. But look at this little slave gal I bought for you, Bessie. Her name Bessie. You know, all they want is for you to buy them.
Yeah,
but I know
the actual like, no, I've got it. Yeah,
yeah. No, I and Eddie, like I've experienced that because, and to Josh's point, because I do want to continue to highlight the fact that I think me and Josh are playing in completely different fields, in completely different lanes. But I think all of us are.
Lanes,
yeah, we all have our lanes. But like I have,
like we said, you're a super freak if you like all three of the types that we are.
Yeah, I have never encountered a woman that was like, I need you to be a provider, even though I know that woman exists.
Again, she doesn't have to say, I need you to be a provider. If her light bill gets paid, she's not going to give you a refund. She's not going to be like, oh, you ain't have to do that. Here you go. Let me send you the Cash App right back. It's not how it works, bro.
Based on
That's a
like,
fair point.
yeah, conversations with other friends, like Josh. Like Josh says it, like I got a bunch of friends that are like, no, these women are coming at me like this. But
you know, it's so funny. Like 95% of dudes on the internet, I'm not that guy who has to suffer these indignities, but I have friends who have to go through this shit. Like all these niggas swear they him, bro. Everybody, bro. 90% of these niggas on the internet swear they him.
I have never experienced that. So I do think that surfacing that is important on both sides, because I think that people don't realize that they exist in separate lanes, that they're talking to people in completely different spheres, and they think that everybody's one way or another. But to Eddie's point, I think I'm much more like that's basically the story that I've always gotten for women, what you just described. Like it's like always,
if you try to do the provider shit, they're like, nah, let's not do that kind of thing.
Yes. The only time I've ever had to actively like address it is there have been some relationships in my past where it's gotten to the, well, look at all this shit that I'm doing and look at all the shit that I don't ask you to do. And I'm like, hold on.
It always comes up like that. That's how it always works, right? I didn't ask you to pay that bill. I didn't ask you to pay for everything every time we go out on every single date. That's how it always is, bro. But they don't need no man.
Roll it back.
I'm like, you know, so then I've had to, you know, pull out some calculators. But I'm just honestly, Eddie, man, before I start this shit and we get back to the conversation, are you drinking out of like a fucking pitcher? Are you just like rid of pitcher in this
nigga is drinking out of a fucking, what them things called in the chemistry labs?
A beaker? I thought this was a base before I saw a little handle. I thought you was drinking out of a fucking flower base. On
like
some
I can't
real
do nothing on this
Eddie
podcast. What's going on? Why can't? I'm trying to stay hydrated. A black man can't hydrate.
This nigga got his fucking.
Never do this on camera, guys. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever. Ever, ever, ever.
I'm trying to stay hydrated. A black man can't hydrate.
The progressive relationship bros are just some. This is an amazing place to be. I scour the internet for all the strange and amazing places, and then we share them on the panel here. This is why you don't cam up. You just talk and hope the power of your words carry the day. Because if you cam up, you might slip up and do some wild shit like this, and then what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
This nigga got fucking. This is restricted. This is the patriarchy. This is the.
That is the most autistic water I've ever seen in my life.
This is restricted. This is the patriarchy. This
nigga got a whole vase of autism, bro. Nigga drinking autism out of a glass vase, bro. What the hell is going on with this? I ain't never seen a nigga drinking autism before, bro. This is how this shit spread.
This is the correct amount of water that a person is supposed to drink a day. I measured it out.
Nigga got a day's worth of water in this autism cup. that nigga water on the spectrum. He got a whole day of water in his special jar. Oh my god, what's even going on here, bro? What are we even doing?
This is restricted. This is the patriarchy. This is,
and then he gonna blame the patriarchy because he can't gluck as much water as he wants to. Don't blame the patriarchy because you want to gluck the water the way you want to, bro. You want to gluck your water, bro. That's between you and the water, bro. You bought you a special gluck jar. You see how the nigga had to do his face to actually like
what's
make
going on?
money?
Why can't? I'm trying to stay hydrated. A black man can't.
Look, that's how he drinks his water. He gotta gluck the water. These niggas is amazing, bro. This is how progressive bros stay hydrated. They gluck the water from a special beaker.
This is restricted. This is the patriarchy. This is the correct amount of water that a person is supposed to drink a day.
Yes, the patriarchy will not allow you to gluck your water. Right? Get a cup, you little pussy. Get a regular cup, you little bitch.
I measured it out.
This nigga got a craft.
Y'all drinking? Wait. Every episode, I watch y'all motherfuckers drink juice and soda and slushies and various alcohol.
He's drinking autism, okay? You niggas drink juice and slushies and soda. No. One up, nigga. Autism. Straight up. Pure autism. Shit's so pure you can look right through it.
Poison to yourselves. I come on here and drink some water, and now it's a problem. I can't drink water.
Nigga, knowing you, that could be vodka. You did have a straight glass of fucking vodka on here, like some sort of degenerate. So we don't know what the fuck that is. That could be Smirnoff Ice.
Don't try and change it. It's water. I'm letting you know it's water.
All right, man. Before we circle back to this very good conversation, which is a very good.
I'm just trying to be healthy. Y'all holding me back.
Of the live. It's a very good extension of the live. Also, make sure that you're coming in for the lives. Always be plugging. It was a good time.
ABP. You know what? Just because a nigga was drinking some gay water, I feel like I need to take a shot of some real liquor. I can't trust that nigga. He glucking gay water. We gotta add some real liquor to the stream.
I do. Okay, so I do want to circle back to two things because one, I want to circle back first before I forget to Josh's segment of the conversation because Eddie was kind of laying out what I feel like was an archetype that kind of challenged the archetype that you're experiencing in the dating pool, and I feel like there was some interesting conversation within that dynamic.
Yeah, for sure.
Depending on again, like what me and Eddie are typically describing, which I think even within itself is a spectrum, versus what you're seeing out there. Because I'm not in the streets.
So now, mind you, because you know what I think is, because it also how do I want to say this? The type of person you're attracted to might also have certain types of traits. You know what I mean? It goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? And it might be like the type of person I'm naturally attracted to just might have more of those traits that might make, you know, what you guys talk about a little bit harder to find. Now, and then on some real shit too, because it's not to even shade like any woman I've dated or, you know, dealt with in the past, like, oh, they was just on some like, oh, like provide.
Are the progressive bros just as lonely as everybody else in Black YouTube? Spectrum Splash is crazy. Now we brand naming his little gay water. Not Spectrum Splash. Is everybody in Black YouTube just as lonely, like the progressive side is just as frustrated as the red pill side. It's weird, isn't it?
Me, blah, blah, blah type shit. But it was an undertone of it. And they definitely have used that wording before, like, oh, I want a provider. And I'm like, well, what does that mean to you? And they, never could give me like a straight answer in a sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because nobody wants to say it specifically because they know it sound wild, but
Shiesty Bum, I need you to run some cold water through your drawers and stay focused, all right? Go rinse your drawers out with some cold water and put them back on and stay focused, all right? We're running a family show here. You're getting distracted, Shiesty. Getting distracted.
You know what's up.
And yeah, because and just again, like I guess like the overall thing as far as like when it comes back to like your value in the mental health is, and then like the way Alvin framed it, like if you feel guilty about not being able to uphold like patriarchal standards of being like this super duper fucking provider and like paying for all the bills and so your girl can show flex on Instagram, oh my man did X, Y, and Z for me. You feel guilty and you feel less than.
Girls like that though. And low-key guys like it too. And the traditional and an optimal situation as a man, especially if you reach that level, because it's an economic difficulty right now. But once upon a time, it was just the norm, right? So if you're actually the provider, like the family rises and falls on your labor, it's a point of pride for us as men, right? Hell, my kids call me for little stuff right now. My oldest just went off to college the other day to start like her little freshman orientation visit. And I got my very first call for money. I did. I got my very first call for money from college. I feel like a white daddy.
Give me the money. Give me the money for all that I would do. Give me the money.
And so you know what? I was like, all right, I seen some money in the morning. I got you. I seen some money. Don't worry about it. I got my first call. And that's just the college level, right? Imagine all the 18 years before. And that's only the oldest. There's two other ones right behind. The youngest one just asked me for some money earlier today. It's a thing. Oh, shoot. You know what? I meant to do that. I don't even know if I can go back and re-tag them now because it will like screw up. Let me see if I can go back and fix that. Because you are absolutely right, Freeman's Journal. I actually did mean to tag them. And whoopsie, didn't do that.
And like, no one wants to feel that way at all. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much more to life than just finances. Of course, that's a big thing. It's very important. Mm-hmm. But again, partner. Because two people can live just as cheaply as one. Two people can do much more than just one person. You know what I'm saying? So
do you think there are women that you're attracted to that are also not on that providership time?
I got you. Yeah. Of course. I think it's just be a bit more, you just have to do like a bit more sifting. But but from a relative perspective, I think that's just a plight with anybody trying to find like their person.
Yeah.
And what they're looking for and what they feel like they deserve and what they actually do deserve. You know what I mean? Because a lot of niggas that want to provide, like I know
a lot of niggas want to provide. It's kind of in our nature, but not in the cucky way that the women will say it, because women will say like these men, they just like buying you stuff. But in reality, it's kind of a part of the deal. Like I buy things for you if I see you as mine, or if I'm attempting to acquire you, right? Then that's, I don't mind providing. But as a I just like to give girls shit. No, that's kind of a weirdness. But as it's a part of our nature as men. It's like, all right, well, if I now acquired this woman, well, she needs things, right? She needs food, she needs water, something shiny to look at, while I'm not talking to her. You know, they need things.
I know a couple of dudes that want to provide and like, because that makes them feel whole. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Josh from Waving the Red Flag, but of course you already knew that. Here to tell you about the community again and why you should join. First of all, you get access to full episodes, long form content versus just like, the clips, give you a little something to stack on. If you want the full meal, definitely sign up for that community. Also, you get access to the Discord where you bullshit though. Yes. But anyway, on a lighter note, for everybody that have already done it, thank you so much for doing it. And I also get access to additional bonus content too, such as the lives and like Alvin. Make sure that you know what I'm saying. Definitely check out that so much. We value that but that's some other thing that they've expressed to me like in therapy. Like, damn, I think I want to provide so much and have them like rely on me and depend on me from X experience when I was younger. You know what I mean? So
it could also be unhealthy. Is that the idea?
It could be a bit unhealthy. Like there's some unpacking to do there, but it's in a very pro-social way. That the reason why.
How could it be unhealthy that you would like to provide for a woman that you quote love, right? Assuming that it's within traditional confines. We're not going to assume anything crazy, but how can it be unhealthy to want to be the provider, like the traditional male role? Because that's low key what he's suggesting, like the traditional male role. That the nigga want to be just like The Color Purple or something.
Or they might do something that's expressed in a very pro-social way. Like,
yeah,
ain't nobody gonna complain about getting provided.
Well, not to, I won't sidetrack it, so I'll mention this in a sentence. But I do think that golden handcuffs thing can be an issue. But yeah, I think because
what are golden handcuffs? What the hell does that even mean? I feel like I want to Google that, but I'm afraid it'll take me to something dark. Oh, okay, maybe it didn't. All right. Golden handcuffs is an incentive that management provides employees to encourage them to stay with their company for the long term. Oh, so because I provide for you, there's an expectation of loyalty. Huh? Why shouldn't that be true though? And you see, this is kind of the thing that women are very hypocritical about. And men, I don't even know if it's a weakness or not. It simply is. But men do give money with the expectation of something in exchange. Now, the value exchange might be different. Like one guy might be willing to go up to 1,000 and most guys will stop at a 40 ball. But generally speaking, there is an expectation of exchange here. And somehow we're now creating this modern world where women are allowed to escape the expectation of exchange.
I think a lot of people, and myself included, I have the desire for being needed, but it can get into a bad situation.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is,
like, what is that a bad situation? Now you feel like because you pay for everything, you get to tell her stuff, and you feel bad about that? What do you mean?
I think a lot of people, and myself included, I have the desire for being needed, but it can get into a bad situation.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is I want to feel appreciated, respected, and valued. Like,
this nigga got feelings, y'all. This nigga said he want to feel appreciated, respected, and valued. This nigga got feelings.
That nigga gay.
All right, now that was totally inappropriate. I had to do it though. I had to do it. I had to, because come on. Isn't that what everybody wants though? Yes, you got to put me first, goddammit. Progressive niggas want to be respected and valued too. But here's the problem though. Here's the problem. Here's the thing. If you ain't putting no money on the table, if you're not solving real world problems, then what are you being respected and valued for exactly? Because I'm okay with the actual hard exchange, right? Like you respect me because I did stuff for you. I can live with that. And you know, I kind of had these type of conversations on panels, and I brought this point up where like, I don't actually want your love. I've been loved by a woman before. Had to stop myself from killing her. I don't want your love. I want your respect. If I have your respect, there's less chance that I might feel like I need to do bad things to you. You loving me won't stop you from doing stupid things to me. You loving me won't keep you from busting it open with the guy downstairs, right? You loving me won't keep you from busting the windows out my car. You loving me won't keep you from saying crazy stuff to the kids about me, right? Because women's love is crazy. Respect, that's a different deal. That's a different deal. You loving me, you just might do something where I feel like I need to do something back to you, but you still love me though.
Because I think a lot of people, and I'm myself included, I have the desire for being needed, but it can get into a bad situation.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is I want to feel appreciated, respected, and valued. Like, I don't want you to feel like you need me. Like, I want to feel appreciated. Like,
but they can't appreciate you if they don't need you. And therein lies the rub, isn't it? Like, listen, we have our own resident Keisha representative here. Shiesty, can you appreciate a man that you don't need? Be honest with me now. Be honest with me. Can you appreciate a man that you don't need, Shiesty? Like, how does that work in the female mind? How does a female-brained human being appreciate a man that she does not need, that she has no use for? He has no necessary position in her life. How can a shiesty bum appreciate a nigga she don't need? It's a conundrum. It really is. It's a progressive problem, because ideally the progressive vision is she doesn't need me, she just wants me, right? But the reality of woman is she can't really respect you if she don't need you. And the fact that she wants you, it doesn't necessarily benefit you as much as her respecting you would. Her respecting you is like a stabilizing agent in the relationship. Her wanting you, that means nothing. Every nigga got a dick. That's all that boils down to. And so I don't know how you square that circle of wanting to be needed and appreciated. I mean, wanting to be appreciated, but not wanting to be needed. That they don't really operate like that, bro.
A bad situation.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is I want to feel appreciated, respected, and valued. Like, I don't need, I don't.
And look how obtuse Shiesty is being. I asked her a direct question and she answers on a tangent. I don't believe anyone should need anyone in 2025. We're grown as F. You should be wanted. The question, Shiesty, is, can you appreciate a man that you don't need? Stay focused, girl. Stay focused. Come on, come on. Run that cold water in your panties. I told you to stay focused earlier. You listen to this deep voice nigga and you're losing all kind of focus right now. Can you appreciate a nigga you don't need, Shiesty? Think it through. Take a moment, write it down before you type it in the chat. The Midwest request with the 5 ball says, I would rather have the respect that lasts longer than love, because when I walk away, I can always return to what I remember. Yeah. A woman's respect is it's a difficult moving target to hit, but it's a far superior goal than love. You can get her love if you hit that little spot at the back of the vaginal canal. That's the love button back there. You didn't know that, did you? Yeah, they have a love button. It's in the top corner of the canal. The respect button, it's kind of a moving target. Have to work that out organically.
I don't want you to feel like you need me. Like, I want to feel appreciated. Like, I'll run through the wall for you. Just know that I'm running through the wall for you.
Why are you running through the wall for a woman who doesn't need you? Like, I run through the wall for my children because what other man could be called on to do that? They literally would need me in that scenario, right? Why would I do that for a woman who doesn't need me? And notice, right? I extended that grace to my children, but not their mom, because we've literally been through that. Well, if you don't need me, bitch, run through your own goddamn walls.
Like, need me. Yeah, I mean, my thing is I want to feel appreciated, respected, and valued.
And Shiesty is still being obtuse in the chat, but I'm going to leave you alone for now. Shiesty says, yes, I can appreciate a man I don't need. Obviously, I can appreciate him if I want him. She appreciates the D. Don't let them distract you. That's all that is. She appreciates the D.
Good women are dead. Evil bitches, rise up!
Like, I don't want you to feel like you need me. Like, I want to feel appreciated. Like, I'll run through the wall for you. Just know that I'm running through the wall for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't necessarily want a dependent. You want,
Yeah, like
dependable.
Again, yeah. It's not. Yeah, so it's so much more like this. That's just deeper than like just finances.
And Odie, you were talking about because you were talking about this before on the live before we.
They say it's so much more deeper than finances, but once you get away from finances, it literally becomes subjective. It does, because once we get away from finances, and I've heard this. This is actually a game that they've been running since the 70s, where there was a clip with some ugly-looking black woman and some black dudes having this black man, black woman conversation. And she was literally like, well, if she's got all these other things, why can't you provide for me emotionally? You know why I can't provide for you emotionally? Because I have balls. That's literally the thing that makes me choke on the idea of her feelings matter. It's literally because I have balls. Something in my balls is preventing me from acknowledging and respecting your feelings. And I don't know if I can ever overcome that. You literally have to cut them off.
We switched to the main, the idea of people building up a wall that therapy is kind of the only place they can be free. And they've grown that wall, that tough exterior of fulfilling a particular role, because people treat them as a function, as a commodity, as a service center. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering how that might play into a thing like this.
So I was watching a TikTok the other day. So essentially what he was saying is that you cannot desire a traditional relationship with a non-traditional man, because this non-traditional man will eschew some of the performances in a traditional relationship.
You know, I think I missed the super chat here. Dick Thug with the 5 ball says, just turn the tables, hood. Ask Shiesty, should a child respect their mom if they don't need them? You have orphanages and the government. Ooh. Should a child respect their mom if they don't need them? You know, that's a sensitive thing in black culture. Even though she was a crack fiend mama, you always was a black queen mama.
A lot of people seem to not understand me.
Science proves that the black woman is God. We're not just saying that.
And the black and Latino woman, they manifested themselves out of dark matter energy. All right.
I believe the black woman is God.
Black woman, God. I don't believe God, no man. I believe God, a black woman.
The black woman is God.
But my number one subject matter is the black woman is God. That's first and foremost.
Black woman is God.
The black woman is still God.
You're God, black woman.
The black woman is God. She is the creator. She is the sustainer. She is the provider. She is the first teacher of the children. She is everything to the black race.
But don't get it wrong. I am still a white man's whore.
Right. So, for example, I agree 100% with what Josh is saying. I don't want nobody to feel like they need me, because I feel like if you need me, you're a fucking liability, and that's annoying. So you're telling me that you cannot function as a human. That's annoying to me, because what that does.
Yeah,
so
that's
I
not
was
grown.
That
the modern progressive black man doesn't want to be needed. Yeah, write that one down, Shiesty. The modern progressive new nigga, he doesn't want to be needed. You ladies are on your own. The red pill bros don't want to help you. The blue pill bros don't want to help you.
Exactly, right? Because somebody was in my comments and they was talking about, the red pill is getting marketed. They were talking about me and how it is that I was responding to something. And I was like, yo, they made the comment about y'all are only mad because y'all are dating Instagram models that y'all can't afford. I said, I don't date Instagram models because Instagram models chafe my self-perspective of my humanity.
I have never in my life encountered a nigga who talks like this, who says these words, bro, who formulates a syntax like this.
And about y'all are only mad because y'all are dating Instagram models that y'all can't afford. I said, I don't date Instagram models because Instagram models chafe my self-perspective of my humanity.
Shiesty bum, what if I were to tell you that you chafe my self-perspective of my humanity? How does that make you feel, Shiesty bum? You chafe my perspective of my humanity.
That would annoy me, right? So in a capitalistic system, I firmly believe that there's a particular level of self-objectification that we engage in because we have been taught that that's how it is that we are supposed to perform in a capitalistic space, right? So in other words, how much of yourself are you willing to sell for income, and how much of this role are you willing to perform relative to how it is that you have either adopted a skill, a personality, or a mindset, right? But irrespective of how it is that you've navigated this space, this transaction is still transactional, right? So
I get the feeling that all four of these men have been educated by gay people. I know it seems like a total non sequitur, but just, I don't know, it's like the universe just spoke to me. They all went to gay school together. Like, not gay school, but like all their teachers were gay. Like, how else do you come out talking like this, right? Like, guys who had shop class in high school don't talk this way. You know what I mean?
If you are somebody who is the provider, the sole provider in a family, or if you are the individual who is quote unquote the problem solver, and people engage with you only from that perspective, then you genuinely, you create a wall. But this wall is not because I want to defend myself against these people who are actively hurting me. It's like, no, the hurt that you experience is quite passive, because these folks who are coming to you as a point of transaction are not thinking of you as your complete human form. They're thinking of you as your performance.
Now, what he's attempting to describe right now is actually very, very old territory. Warren Farrell, old school men's rights activist, I think he came up with the phrase, men are human doings and women are human beings, right? The idea that women have value just for being a woman. The more attractive, the more desirable you are as a woman, the more value you have in the eyes of men, especially. Whereas men, we have very little intrinsic value. Our value is literally built up over effort and expenditure. We have to do things to create value. There's no getting out of that, bro. The deal is the deal.
Right? They're thinking of you as what it is that they know that you are good at. So you know how some folks will say, you came to me, you called me on the phone, and you immediately just started shooting in the questions. You didn't ask me how my day was, how I'm feeling, X, Y, Z, and A, B, and C. Right? That's what it is that I mean when I say that these folks are being treated as if though they're drive-thrus. Right? So it is
going straight to their function.
Exactly. You're going straight, you're bypassing the entirety of their reality. You're bypassing the entirety of their existence.
Musings of an American Must says, I do not agree that men do not have intrinsic value. I think we have to contextualize that. That is a framing for the sexual marketplace, where we're literally talking about sexual marketplace value. So an 18-year-old male is literally, unless he's from a rich family, he hasn't established anything of real value in the world, right? But an 18-year-old girl, how much value does she need to build up to become a useful wife and mother, right? It's a different scale for different reasons, but that's kind of where the idea of intrinsic value comes from. It's the sexual marketplace. We're not talking about human value.
And you're going straight to the menu of what it is that they can provide for you, or you're going straight to the menu of what it is that you know that it is that they can do. And for us as human beings, that's not the way that we were designed. Right? We as human beings at our core are social animals. If we do not get that social itch scratched, we tend to find or adapt to different ways within a particular societal engagement of how to get that itch scratched. So it's almost like what Josh was saying about there are particular men who want to feel needed because that's how it is that their humanity is acknowledged as it relates to their value.
How else does she relate to your humanity if she doesn't need you? Dick and money, bro. Those are the things. Accept it. Make your peace with it. Swallow your black pill. Wash it down with a glass of warm milk. Dick and money. Those are the things they value. Those are the things that they will claim the need if they ever admit to it. But it basically boils down to that. The modern woman, she values you for either dick and or money. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
Right? So it's like, oh, I learned how to be needed because when I was younger, my mother was the person in my household who provided all of these things. And when she came home, she didn't have anybody else to talk to about what it is that was going on in her life. So I used to sit with my mother and talk to her about what it is that was going on. And then she would say, oh my God, little Day, I need you in my life because X, Y, Z, and A, B, and C. And that's how that association comes to be, right? But once again,
these dudes are kind of at war with the nature of masculinity even. Like, it is within your masculine frame to want to be looked up to and desired and respected by your woman, and you want to like do the things that earn that respect. So that means like getting the big job, buying the big house, whatever, paying for the things, making sure that she doesn't have to go out of her way or whatever, like all the little things that husbands do for wives.
That person is only coming to you for what it is that you can provide for them and not for the entirety of your humanity. So that's where that drive through that.
Shiesty, what's up with you women trying to have the autism babies? Shiesty Bum says, I don't want a kid until 35. Why are women going out of their way to fight Mother Nature? Like, y'all really be trying to fight nature. Going out of your way, rolling the dice on the autism crap tables. And then when you have a struggle baby, you're gonna blame his skeet for you having a struggle baby.
I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault.
That's where that drive-through analogy comes from. Is passively dehumanizing.
Yeah. So I agree with everything that it said, and I could not have said it better. I do want to shoot the people engaging in those kind of relationships, in particular women, some level of bail. And in particular, even amongst women, particularly Black women, because on some level, like I've seen like a lot of Twitter threads where effectively a lot of women that are preaching this stuff in a way that is not just clickbaity, that is not just trying to generate a view or a like.
No, when women make videos saying that they want a man who has XYZ money, they need a man to provide certain things. They really mean that shit. They really want the money.
Give me the money for all that I would do. Give me the money.
they effectively are saying that if you come into a relationship, they're doing it shoot for the moon, if you miss, you're still amongst those stars kind of situations, right? Because what they're expecting is at most for this to be 50-50.
Because no matter what they say, no matter how much they tell you otherwise, never forget
that money.
no matter how much she tell you she love you, no matter how long she stares deeply into your eyes and tells you they're so pretty, ultimately,
that money.
it's the 28th. And she just gave you the sweatiest, most aggressive BJ she ever did. She reached to the depths of her soul to give you that BJ because it was the 28th.
I need that money.
When they're dealing with
so
the
they're
man,
like,
right?
I'm gonna have to compromise anyway, so let me just like set the bar up here.
So I'm gonna have to
I'm in a goddamn 25-75 relationship because I asked for 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this as and I want to continue to give both the caveats for both sides, for black men and black women. So black men and black women have the most egalitarian relationships.
They do.
That's backed with scholarly research. Black men contribute more to the household than men of other races and groups. Despite that, women still tend to do most of the quote unquote second shift labor.
I don't know what second shift labor means, but apparently niggas do a lot of cooking and cleaning.
And because there's more economic parity between black men and black women tend to contribute an outsized portion of their economic factors, and they're more likely to work than women in other groups, right? Because there's such parity. So I do think that a lot of times women are, to Eddie's point, if I'm going to have to compromise anyway, I might as well come in with my top offer. It's going to get whittled down. We're going to meet somewhere in the middle. And meeting somewhere in the middle is probably going to be like when I take the totality of everything that it means to be in a relationship, statistically, it's probably going to be a little bit skewed in favor of the man. So even
I'm not sure how a relationship is in favor of the man. You know what? This is why men are generally better people than women. Men entering in relationships expecting to carry burdens. That's kind of the deal. This is why men are avoiding relationships right now, because men aren't willing to carry the burden of a modern relationship. So the men who are still willing to go and willing to pursue, they are literally accepting a burden of the modern woman. Whereas a modern woman will absolutely refuse to engage with a man in a relationship context if he cannot lift her burden. We are not the same.
Even though I agree that everything that's being stated by the good professor is spot on. Like I don't disagree with it. I do want to add that one small caveat, and I do think that I want to stress that it is a small caveat in the context of this particular conversation. Not the societal structural conversation, but this conversation.
And I'm recognizing that that's a small caveat you were making. I think that part of the conversation is like, even if we understand we're going through a negotiation process and both men and women are going like, here's what I want, but here's what I'd settle for. And in reality, this is where relationships actually exist. I think that the road from here to here can be deeply psychologically and emotionally damaging to everybody.
Very rocky.
Regardless of where you end up settling. So it's like, cool. Yeah, men are going, we want this, and we, physically, sexually, blah, blah, blah. But realistically, most men will get what they can get. That doesn't mean that doesn't have like a direct impact on women's self-image and how they move through the world and all that kind of shit. And the reverse of that is also true. So it's like, yeah, you might be aiming for 50-50, but if on the road to 50,
niggas be saying a lot of words to fill up space in the sentence. Like, just use the words that you need to use, bro. What are you even talking about?
Going like, here's what I want, but here's what I'd settle for. And in reality, this is where relationships actually exist. I think that the road from here to here can be deeply psychologically and emotionally damaging to everybody.
Very rocky.
Regardless of where you end up settling. So it's like, cool. Yeah, men are going, we want this, and we, physically, sexually, blah, blah, blah. But realistically, most men will get what they can get. that doesn't mean that doesn't have like a direct impact on women's self-image and how they move through the world and all that kind of shit. And the reverse of that is also true. So it's like, yeah, you might be aiming for 50-50, but if on the road to 50-50, it's niggas ain't shit who can't provide everything for me, that's not going to feel good for people. And that matters.
On the road to 50-50 sounds terrible. We're on the highway to hell. Highway to hell. The road to 50-50 sounds like a post-apocalyptic novel. The Road to 50-50, written by Michael Crichton.
No,
and I think
I agree. Go ahead. I'm listening.
And well, for the people who don't watch the live,
and Shiesty, while you're asking questions in the chat, what do men get in exchange for their leadership and their problem solving? I mean, are we negotiating now? Are we at the table, Shiesty Bomb? Is that what we're doing? Are we at the table? Did I just find the table? What do men get in exchange for their leadership and their problem solving, Shiesty? If you would, please. Take your time.
Go watch the live. Always be plugging. I think that's where outside of the caveat that I gave for the Joshes of the world, I think that's where it comes into like where at the individual level you can cut the patriarchal nonsense off at the root, right? Because a lot of times people often feel some type of way. They feel that role stress, to take the phrasing of the good professor. They feel that role stress because they've internalized what that means. And again, I do realize that what I'm going to say is a process. It is not something that you can just wake up and do. It is not something that you may innately do based on
Shiesty. Some guys do it all for the cookie. Actually, a cookie wouldn't be that bad, you know. It's warm and gooey, little melty in the middle. Cookie wouldn't be a bad start, you know. A lot of guys do it for the cookie. You know, since we're negotiating, you can start with a cookie.
How we're socialized from that perspective. But you can just say, yeah, I'm not gonna do that over time, right? Like you can just say like, hey, and again, we had a long conversation about the fact that like I've built up some plot armor in this respect because like not nobody, but the vast majority of the human population cannot call me broke. So
I appreciate you acknowledging that because I think that goes unspoken a lot.
So the progressive bro position is, oh, I'm not broke. I'm far from broke. I just don't be helping bitches. It's almost a red pill point, right? I'm far from broke, but I'm just not gonna help you. Like why would I give a woman I'm sleeping with money? She doesn't work. She doesn't have a job. What do you do? That is a very red pill position for a progressive, bro.
Nobody, not nobody, but the vast majority of the human population cannot call me broke. So
I appreciate you acknowledging that because I think that goes unspoken in a lot of these conversations. With
so a lot of this stuff, I have plot armor, and a lot of this stuff rolls off of me due to that armor. But like I was the same way when I made 70K. I was, you know what I mean? Yeah. So like you can very much say like that. I don't. That's not the relationship.
You have other plot armor as well, but I think you're acknowledging that point as well.
True. Like that's not what I want. That's not what I want to do. So like I'm gonna keep it pushing, and I'm all the happier for that. But I think that's a process, and I think that people should explore the possibility of making that a part of their process because I'm telling you, it has done wonders for me psychologically.
Just saying no. Just nope. I'm not giving you no money. Yep, I got dick and money, and I'm not giving you no money. That is the progressive bro position. Interesting.
Saying like
honestly.
No, like all of these societal pressures.
Yeah, no.
In regards to being a provider, I'm not engaging.
Because I feel like women do it well, or at least I observe it. This
all of the societal pressure in regards to being a provider, I am not engaging. Says I got nothing but love for you, honey.
I don't know if what the literature says about women actually doing this in mass, because Instagram and BBLs and plastic surgery are still booming industries. But I feel like it's a lot of women just saying, "Nah, I'm good. I'm not participating in this shit." And I feel like niggas got to do the same thing. Like,
marriage
just,
numbers are the example.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage numbers are a good example.
Yeah.
They're saying like these marriages can be shitty. I'm not going to have a shitty marriage just because
I'll just be
society
alone.
tells me that I want to be married. So like marriage rates are going down. And by the same token, the marriages that do actually make it through have been slightly more successful.
More successful. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes.
Niggas got to start to just say, "Hey, look, I can't do this. I'm good. I don't hate you for wanting it. I'm just good.
I'm good." That's crazy. The progressive bros are like, listen, I can't afford these bitches, man. The progressive bros are like, listen, I know you like money, you like nice things, but I'm just good. I can't do it.
Make it stop. Make the hurt stop, please. Like.
Yes, dirty folks. Do you see the funny now? Hold up. These men shun masculinity and patriarchy, but want women to treat them as the men of their relationships. Bro, I don't know how we get to this place. Like, you got to pay to play, man. It's the reality of the male burden. You have to pay to play. No matter how much she tells you that you're sexy and you're dope and all of that, at the bottom of it,
Need that money.
it just is.
So I think to a larger degree, though, right, Eddie and Alvin. So Alvin, your point of saying like this idea of I'm just going to opt out of a patriarchal performance, right? And Eddie, the follow up to saying like, yo, there are a number of men who should like decenter women. I feel like we need to go a step further than that.
So y'all already know what time it is. We got our card game.
So the progressive position is decenter women. They're going to be in a relationship with women, but they're going to decenter them. I don't know how that works. Shiesty bum, you planning on being a baby mama at 35? Don't call me a trick. Your future is full of tricks. You've been cursed to tricks. Don't call me a trick. Tricks are the only thing that can save you.
I believe that a number of men should decenter patriarchal performances, because I've argued. So a number of folks will say that men automatically center themselves, and I disagree. I feel like men center patriarchal performances sincerely, right?
Yeah,
so men,
that's interesting.
Men do not center themselves, right? Because I feel like if men actually
as individual humans,
yes, I feel like if men actually.
Shout out to Doc Thunder and the Timu Angry Man down there. He's not angry, man. He's slightly upset, man.
Centered themselves,
there will be less patriarchy, probably.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The patriarchy.
I think, yeah.
Oh, if we decenter ourselves, there would be less patriarchy. These niggas are dating to destroy the patriarchy. I hadn't really thought about it like that. That's what it is. They are dating to destroy the patriarchy. That is really dirty, nasty, evil work, though. Dating to destroy the patriarchy. They really are women.
Yeah.
The patriarchy.
I think when people say that we center ourselves, they're saying that we center our group. So I think that you're right, and I think that's just the semantic bridge. Is like we center ourselves. We don't center
the individual.
And I get that semantic bridge. Like I understand that. But that's the reason why I said I feel like we need to take it a step further, right?
Yeah.
I feel like a number of men center patriarchal performances because, and this is where for a number of red pill motherfuckers, this whole idea of, oh, well, it's the women's fault. because there are a number of women who respond to these patriarchal performances, and there are a number of women who internalize patriarchy.
Yeah, yes. Women have patriarchal desires within them. And all men can do is either respond or ignore, but the patriarchal desire is in the women. They literally are who they thought they are. They are exactly who they are. They're not who we thought they are, though. That's the problem. They are who they are, but they're not who we thought they are. See, we thought they were kind of like us. You know, loyalty, fidelity, hard work, all that stuff. Turns out they're not like us. They not like us at all. I know it's a shock. It's a shock to learn and accept these bitter truths. Shout out to the Midwest Request with the $2 super chat. He says hood is scaring the trick out of men's souls. Man, listen. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be the backup escape plan. Save your money, buy a boat, go fishing.
To a point where if you as a man do not perform these patriarchal performances, then there is a questioning of your masculinity, or there's a questioning of, and this is not just solely for women, that this is women and men, but having this conversation as a man, it's like, if I were to dissenter, or if I were to remove myself, or if I were to reject myself from these patriarchal standards, then what is the next step? So going to your point, Eddie, about
that nigga just say, if I were to reject myself,
the center, or if I were to remove myself, or if I were to reject myself.
He rejected himself from the patriarchy reject. Whoa. Whoa. We just stumbled onto a new term. You know, we create language over here. We really do. We create language over here. Patriarchy reject. Oh shoot. That explains it. Shiesty was a later in life baby, y'all. That explains it. Hey, Shiesty. Later in life baby. Let me ask you a question, late baby. If you had to choose, let's say you were gonna make some scrambled eggs. You like scrambled eggs? I like scrambled eggs. It's a quick and easy breakfast, right? Couple pieces of bread, make some toast, make some eggs, bam, scrambled eggs. Shiesty, if you could choose, would you rather scramble the freshest eggs you could find, or the eggs that you had for 35 years? Which eggs would you like to scramble for breakfast is all I'm going to ask. You know, a little thought experiment.
From these patriarchal standards, then what is the next step? So going to your point, Eddie, about being somebody who's solution oriented, right? My next step is usually, I'm not doing this because I'm a man. I'm doing this because it benefits the community that I've said that I want to be a part of, right? So if I say I want to be your partner, and funnily enough, motherfuckers get real holed up about that word. I don't get it. I mean, I kind of get it, but I don't get it, right? So if I call you my...
The face he just made thinking about why dudes don't like the word partner.
About that word, I don't get it. I mean, I kind of get it, but I don't get it, right? So
why are they rejecting my gay terminology? It's a perfectly acceptable gay terminology. Why would they reject it? It's a perfectly fine gay word. Partner.
If I call you my partner, no, let me explain something to you, brother. There are a number of men who will get upset when women say this is my partner instead of saying this is my husband, or this is like it's a very real thing because it comes
is it like
from,
like on some gay shit or like anti-gay shit or okay
yes,
okay
yes, but also
okay yeah
there's a lot of holding on once again to that patriarchal title, right? Because if we trace the history of patriarchy comes from where agrarian states or these nomadic states began to solidify in particular spaces, and thus these gender ideological roles began forming from the desire to corral or manage or hoard resources against external parties who are attempting to. So then,
how are we hoarding resources if they're coming to kill us? Like, Were they not going to kill me if I just gave them all of my cows and my sheep and my chickens? Were they going to leave us alive? Could we all just share the land together? Because, like, he's talking about the patriarchy as if it developed in an aggressive, negative way. It was literally a response to a hostile world. And then, not for nothing, patriarchy has nothing to do with, quote, agrarian culture. When you really get down to it, patriarchy is about who owns the children. The pater of patriarchy literally comes from Latin for father. Who owns the children? That it's not really even about people robbing and raiding and I need all the shekels. It's not really about that per se. When it comes down to it, if I die, am I doing all of this work to hand it over to my kid or some other guy's kid? That's the real basic heart of patriarchy. Shiesty says patriarchy is synonymous with violence. I think people are synonymous with violence, Shiesty. Everywhere people go, violence goes. Whether it's a patriarchy, a matriarchy, or a backyard barbecue. Everywhere people go, violence goes. And as far as violence goes, a matriarchal civilization is far more chaotic than a patriarchal one. Like, patriarchy literally creates law and order. Law and order has to be maintained with violence. Get over yourself.
Once again, basically, if I need motherfuckers to go to war to protect what it is that we have, then you need to be regulated to being a baby maker and a baby grower. Like, that's what you need to do. And me, my job is to go out here and either facilitate these resources, or if motherfuckers try to come snatch it, defend these resources, right? That's
Hold on, what is this even in the chat here? True Hype with the $5 super chat. He says, imagine being a hedgerow sexual man. That's a new one. These niggas are hedgerow sexuals. They be beating around the bush. Imagine being a hedgerow sexual man and deny yourself the title of husband. Man, F out of here. Bro, the hedgerow sexuals. The heterosexuals, right? They are heterosexuals. These niggas just beat around the bush.
That's the seed that creates this entire vine of, you know, the thought process, right? If men were to decenter this, right? If we were to move away from this identity or this identity function, then we, in a lot of different ways, would have to lean on this idea of what is best for the community that I've decided to engage myself with, right? What is best for this, not necessarily just this household, but what have you and I as individuals who have made this decision, what have we agreed upon, right? What have we identified as the best solution for this household? And the reason why y'all saw me flipping through this book, so the book is called Black Men's Obsolete, Single, and Dangerous by because Alvin makes a great point, right?
Hedro. now you got the word in my head, True Hype. These are heterosexuals. They are hedgerow soy boy beat around the bush sexuals. Shout out to True Hype with the $2 super chat. Autocorrect hates me today. How does autocorrect? That's a real word, a hedgerow? That is a real word. That's crazy.
For a lot of run-of-the-mill Black folks, the household income combined is still less than like $125,000. Household income combined, less than $125,000. That's number one. Number two, even if these households are making more than $125,000, they're more probable to be both a Black man and a Black woman. It's number two. Number three, even if these households are both men and Black women making more than $125,000, both of these people, 9 times out of 10, are working more than 40 hours per week in order to make this work. So when we are looking at all of these things in conjunction, even if we are talking about this idea of how Black poverty is established, Black poverty is more likely to be inherited through Black men than it is Black women.
He's really making the argument that for economic reasons, Black men just don't have the money to try and be the patriarchal man. and so they should just give up. I'm not willing to do that yet.
Working more than 40 hours per week in order to make this work. So when we are looking at all of these things in conjunction, even if we were talking about this idea of how Black poverty is established, Black poverty is more likely to be inherited through Black men than it is Black women for a number of different factors. So when we talk about this idea of partnership, when we talk about this idea of being egalitarian, marriage rates, yes, they're going down. And the marriages that are doing better are marriages that are truly egalitarian. And to your point, Alvin, these marriages they don't assign household duties by gender line.
I don't even know if that's a truth. I don't know if that's true because first of all, the marriages are going down. Marriage rates are going down, but it would seem like the more conservative people are probably doing the more marriage, and the more conservative people would be having a more traditional relationship.
That is literally 9 times out of 10. That is the functional line where these households differ, right? They usually have better sex. They usually report less less conflict. All of these different things. This was put out by Psychology Today. It was a very interesting article.
It was put out by Psychology Today. You know, Tim Pool, like 2 days ago, did an entire stream, like a 2-hour show on how the entire psychology industry has been infiltrated by leftists and all their crazy, goofy ideas. And so forgive me if I don't trust your Psychology Today magic numbers about how happy progressive sex is.
That I refer to a lot. But it is a model of how it is that we can lean into this. If women decenter men, right, and men decenter patriarchal performances, then what does this emergence look like? What is this new thing? And this new thing is like, bro,
women will not decenter patriarchal performance. All right, it's not. You are never going to change the base nature of women without heavy medical intervention. Literally the Brave New World. All right, you're gonna have them high on a new type of dope we haven't invented yet. Soma. Go watch Brave New World. It's crazy. This is the world that they're trying to give argumentation for, where you literally have to change the base nature of men and women in order for it to work properly.
Your patriarchal performances, then what does this emergence look like? What is this new thing? And this new thing is like, bro, if we are in charge of this space, and this space requires cleaning, cooking, and facilitation of capitalistic endeavor to maintain, bitch, we got to do it.
Are you giving orders now? By what authority do you claim the right to even say, bitch, we got to do anything? You see how you just slipped into that without even feeling it? It's because even though you probably tried, they haven't actually cut your balls off yet. Like, by what authority do you even make that claim?
There's cleaning charge of this space, and this space requires cleaning, cooking, and facilitation of capitalistic endeavor to maintain. Bitch, we got to do it.
Let's split it. Let's come on.
Let's
go.
Let's get it done, right? But the reason why I was looking through the books, because this book was written in 1970 something, right? In the book, it says, it is insensitive and callous for men to expect their wives or mates, who often work 8 hours, to come home and cook the food, clean the apartment, feed their children and husbands, do the dishes, mop the floors, wash the clothes, and perform other household chores. If Black women are to advance and develop, they need time for self-realization. The sharing of housework does not diminish a man's masculinity. Rather, it affirms a man's sense of fairness, love, and security.
How do you know that doing housework does not diminish a man's sense of masculinity? Like, these are just assertions. These are not proven ideas.
And perform other household chores. If Black women are to advance and develop, they need time for self-realization.
And note, this isn't for the benefit of the men. It's literally for the benefit of the women. You're doing this so the women can be better men. You're not doing this so the men can be better men.
Right? In the book. But the reason why I was looking through the books, because this book was written in 1970 something. 1970 something, right? In the book, it says, it is insensitive and callous for men to expect their wives or mates, who often work 8 hours, to come home and cook the food, clean the apartment, feed their children and husbands, do the dishes, mop the floors, wash the clothes, and perform other household chores. If Black women are to advance and develop, they need time for self-realization. The sharing of housework does not diminish a man's masculinity. Rather, it affirms a man's sense of fairness, love, and security. The bottom line is this. If we are...
Do you feel more secure when you're making the bed? Do you feel more secure when you're doing her laundry? Do you feel more secure when you're doing the dishes at night after you cooked, after you bought the food? Do you feel more secure? I wouldn't know what that's like. These are real questions. Help me out here. Is that a real thing?
To develop as people, enlightened education requires that gender distinctions be minimized to those areas where such distinctions are vital and necessary.
Yeah, because I definitely feel like we I mean, I know a million people have been saying this shit, but we definitely gender shit that don't need to. Yeah.
1000%, right? So I feel like a number of men, they prioritize gender performances because those gender performances serve to uphold not only just patriarchy, but their ego and their identity within patriarchy. So it's like, oh yeah, you know, my wife do X, Y, and Z. She make all the meals. She do woo this, woo that.
Yeah, it's Freedman's Journal. These guys wash dishes and do laundry, and they buy everything. Equality.
Not only just patriarchy, but their ego and their identity within patriarchy. So it's like, oh yeah, you know, my wife do X, Y, and Z. She make all the meals. She do woo this, woo that. Who are you? If we're having this conversation, who are you usually saying this to? A bunch of other niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Why? So that you can prove that your wife do whatever the fuck you tell her to do.
Yeah, why my wife can't be better than your wife? Isn't that how we raise the bar across the board with women? You know, how come my wife can't be better than your wife? You want my wife to be just as shitty as your wife. That's why I don't let my wife talk to your wife. When y'all not around, I tell my wife crazy shit about your wife. Can't let that stuff invade my marriage.
Who are you usually saying this to? A bunch of other niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Why? So that you can prove that your wife do whatever the fuck you tell her to do. And that, for a number of men, is how it is that they identify femininity, which is problematic.
Men identify femininity with how compliant a woman is. And I think that's about right. If you're uncooperative, like, it doesn't matter how objectively attractive a woman is. Claudia Jordan. If you're uncompliant, uncooperative, if you can't, you know, do the teamwork that makes the dream work, then you're unfeminine. And I think that's a simple truth. Shout out to Mr. Enigma with the 1597. He says, real Negroes believe. Rhode Island Lord Infamous. Also, women have admitted they cannot reach self-actualization. I don't even know what that looks like for a woman. Well, I don't know what that means. Self-actualization. Maybe she needs to have another baby. I don't know what that means, Mr. Enigma. What is self-actualization for a chick, bro? I struggle with these concepts. But shout out to Mystery Enigma for smashing the super chat button.
Hulk! Smash! Smash you! You make Hulk angry! You not like Hulk angry! Hulk no like fighting girls.
Hulk no like fighting girls. Thank y'all so much for listening tonight. This has been the Progressive Relationship Bros. Looking inside the progressive relationship world, man, I don't know how it's supposed to work. I don't understand what it's all about. Azriel says self-actualization is reading one's purpose to others and their worth to the universe / society. Like I said, bro, she need to have another baby. That sounds like you're talking about what I'm talking about. She needs to have another baby. Boom, self-actualized. They're not that complicated. We just make them complicated. Well, they like to pretend they're complicated, but really they're not. She just needs to have another baby. You know what? There's literally a song. There was literally a song. I think it was I want to say Ace of Base. I could be wrong. But all that she wants is another baby, and she's gone tomorrow. All that she wants is another baby. Whoa. Yeah. Isn't that Ace of Base? I'm telling you, they knew. They knew way back when. All that she wants is another baby. We've forgotten recipes, bro. That's it. We've forgotten recipes, man. That's all that's going on here. But anyway, I just got the phone call. I need to take a nap and go back to work. So I'm going to get up out of here. I will catch you guys later. Thank y'all so much for watching the show. We will be back tomorrow afternoon with I've been working on I've been collecting evidence for this. Is going to be it's going to be a long show, I think, but another round of diaspora wars are heating up. That Essence Fest thing really pissed off a lot of niggas, y'all. The Essence Fest really pissed off a lot of niggas, bro. And we're gonna have to come back for diaspora wars tomorrow. So I'm gonna buy me some tacos. I'm gonna take a nap, and then I'm gonna go back to work. So I will catch y'all tomorrow afternoon for diaspora wars. You guys have a great night. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you for supporting the show.
Money. Give me the money. Give me the money for all that I would do. Give me the money.
Hit that like button, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Aspiring to be patriarchs like what white men have, that isn't freedom. That isn't going to help anybody. It's certainly not going to help black people.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.